I'm just waiting for the lightning to stop. It's been going all morning long. We have thunderstorms until midday, and we have slight rain coming down. We're on the Galveston Seawall. There's a lot of rock groins out here. That's going to provide us with an opportunity to do some like jetty style fishing. So those granite rocks have a tendency to hold a lot of bait. So yeah, let's see what happens. I'm just going to hang out a little bit longer until I don't see any lightning, and then the weather app is not showing any lightning strikes anywhere near our area, and we'll get started. Come on, bro, leave it alone. Alright, no blow-ups at all, and we also have seagulls coming down trying to get this thing, so rather than take a chance on hooking one of them, we're going to swap things out, go subsurface. At least we have two more setups that we can try before having to start retying. Minnow imitation right here. Water is nice and clean. Oh, sheep's head. Nice. Nice small trout, first one of the day. See if we can reuse the lure. All right, we'll try it. There's another one. It's 2 in a row. They're biting off the bottom. A little bit bigger. Just a tad bit bigger. Just a bunch of undersized males. I knew it. I was like, this guy's pulling way too hard. He had to be a little redfish. Not too bad. Little fella's hanging out right there next to the rocks. There's really zero bites here at this one. There's a lot of mullet that I can see right out here about 20 yards away from the rocks. That just lets me know that there's probably no fish here. Otherwise, those guys would be really hugging these rocks over here, trying to use them as protection. This is going to be my last cast. Most likely the last stop here at the seawall. We're right next to Pleasure Pier, right over there. Hope it's not a bad sign, but there's a lot of people fishing that jetty right there. And nobody on this one, except for tourists, sightseers. Either way, let's cast this thing a few times and hopefully we'll be able to hook up. The bite's been pretty much non-existent since earlier this morning. There we go. There we don't go. It's another little fella. Ladyfish. How's it going? Pretty good. No, nothing at all since earlier this morning.
Here, like 10 minutes ago, I ran out of bait.
Uh-huh.
I went and got more. I was just right in here, Mike.
Really? Trout? Yeah, all I've been getting is bites from ladyfish. Yeah. The whiting wouldn't be too bad.
They're piled in here. You can see them sitting on the rocks right here.
Uh-huh. Earlier this morning, it was a pretty decent bite further on down close to Guido's. But they were all about 10 inches. Oh, nice.
It wasn't overfly, it was slot.
Yeah. There we are. Look at that.
Is that a trout?
I don't know, but that is big. I mean, he was big. I'm probably going to get spooled. And I saw him flash. Yeah. Well, I hope I get to see it. Oh man, he's taking every bit of line that I gained. Yeah, no. Oh, come on, buddy. Oh gosh.
Hanging any on it?
Yeah, I don't know if that's line twist on my line right there. No, it's grass. Here he comes. Woo! Finally able to gain some line back. This guy is just trying to stay patient so we don't do something stupid like bust off. But here he comes. I have a feeling he's not going to be done. I just want to see it, whatever it is. Here we go. It's a big fish. I mean, he's staying down there. I can barely see him. Watch it be a stingray or something like that. Oh my gosh, that is a big stingray. Gosh. I probably foul hooked him. Oh my gosh, what are the chances? This thing won't come up. I mean, it looks like a stingray. Oh yeah, no doubt. I got a really good look at him. It's a big stingray. That is a big, big boy. How about the setup? 7.5 foot kinetic from Old 18. We're using a medium light power, and we've got a 1000 series spinning reel capable of achieving like 7 pounds of drag. I have it set to 3. You really don't need much. I mean, this is a prime example. They'll take and run with it, but still get tired out. Thank goodness we had enough Varivas braid on. It's 31 pound and in a 20 pound fluorocarbon leader, and this fella still not able to break us off. Just tiring him out, and then we'll try to walk him over towards the beach. Oh my gosh, that is massive. There we go. Now I just got to get him back out there. Gosh, I don't know how bad I wanted that to be something else.
I saw you fighting to go over there. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, he's tired. Here you go, bro. Thank you. Thank y'all so much. We'll just keep an eye on this fella for a little bit. Gosh, this small little setup right here. That's probably one of the hardest fights that we've had, and it's all because he was snagged. Not sure if the camera is going to be able to pick it up because of the glare, but it's right there. I think that fella just needed a quick breather. What a heck of a fight. I'll give y'all a look at this jig head right here. So that's the main reason why that I use these hooks right here. It's not because of the Ned rig technique. It's because these hooks are very small profile and they fit the small plastic lures that I'm using. Really good, but they are very stout and they do not bend out whenever you catch the bigger reds and speckled trout. So that's why I use these right here, not because I want to do the Ned style technique. Have you fished Fort San Jacinto? The rocks over there at the east end? That's where I'm about to head. I can usually do good on trout, but that's mostly with south winds, but being that the wind is not that high, it's very low winds, I think it should be doable. As long as the water looks just like this right here, hopefully them trout will be there.
We've made it to Fort San Jacinto. The rocks look pretty decent. The watercolor, it looks good as well. Thank goodness the winds are very low today. I'm gonna fish here for about 30 minutes or so. I mean, we should know if we're gonna be able to catch some trout or not. Really want to take something home for dinner. There we go. Boy, first cast. And it looks like a keeper speckled trout. Oh my gosh, we cannot, this really could not have been luckier. That is a really good one too. All right, buddy, come here. I don't know, it might be over slot. 15 to 20 is our size limit. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be very, very close. I think we're gonna be able to keep this guy. I mean, he looks like he's in there. All right. Let's see. Oh, for sure. Look at that. Close to a 18 and a half inch trout. All right, we're gonna dispatch this fella really fast and get him on ice. Oh my gosh, we are so lucky. Oh my gosh. Just picked it up and started running. I was letting it fall all the way to the bottom. That's what happens when you don't set the hook. He caught me with my pants down. Kind of embarrassed on that one. All right, let's hurry up and swap this lure out. We're about to have to leave. Let's check the time. I got to get out of here at 11. It's 10:41, so 10:42 now. Not much time left. There we are. Looks like he's going to be too small. Yeah, definitely too small. Still fun to catch. Little buddy, hold on. Please don't shake that lure off. Oh man, he already destroyed my lure. There we are. Oh yes. That's a buzzer beater right there. It's just got to be 15. It's fat enough. All right. don't know, it's gonna be very close. See what time it is. Gotta leave at 11. 10:56. Boy, oh boy, that is a buzzer beater. The top of my bag is 16 inches long. Kind of hold him right there before I pull out the tape. Let's see if he's even going to be close. Get this out the way. All right, buddy. Oh yeah, 16-inch fish right there. Thank you, dude. 2 keeper speckled trout. Boy, oh boy. Talk about us being very lucky. Oh wow, look at this. Look what this fella has inside his throat. That's a big tail right there. Let's check it out really quick. I can feel whatever it is inside his belly. Look at this. Partially digest it. See if we can get the head. No, it's pretty much digested, but that was a big bait right there. Yeah, it's gonna be really good eating. We've got 1 teaspoon of olive oil inside there, and what we're gonna do is caramelize or like sweat down these vegetables. That's 1 jalapeno and a medium-sized shallot. Just gonna saute these until they get soft and the shallots look caramelized. And now we're gonna add 3 cloves of garlic. Since this is pressed, it's not gonna take long at all to integrate that with the onion and jalapeno. Yeah, the garlic's already turning brown. That's how fast it'll happen. I'm gonna cut my heat and then just continue mixing it around. We'll take this, place it inside a bowl right here, and what we're gonna do is place this in the fridge. This is some coconut oil right here. Just coat the bottom so that your fish, once we put it in here and throw it into the oven to bake, it's not gonna stick to your pan itself. Speckled trout have got to be one of the easiest fish to fillet. They've got really delicate flesh and their bones are just very easy to cut through. So I like to start back here and then go angled towards the top of the head, and then put your knife against that backbone and then just slide it on through. And the fact that I removed the innards makes the job that much more easier because you don't got to go through the air bladder. We're going to take and remove the rib cage, try to go up underneath it, save as much meat as we possibly can. I don't really care too much for the belly meat, but if you're somebody that loves it, then you're going to want to just leave that there and try to pull the bones as best you can, and then just go right up alongside that skin, and you should be able to just slide right on through. And ultimately what you end up with is that right there, a very beautiful speckled trout fillet. Now we're going to take and score our fish like the rib cage side with a crosshatch pattern, and I just want to expose some of the fillet inside, like the center portion of its meat inside the fillet. I want to make sure that everything is going to cook evenly, and by doing this we should have an easier time with the cook process when it's inside the stove. Plus we'll also be able to get our seasoning all the way deep down in there rather than just at the surface. So just take your time doing this. It won't take long at all. Right here we have some butter that's been left at room temperature for an hour or so, so it's kind of softened up. And what I want to do is mix this with our saute earlier. And the reason why I don't want to melt it is because I want it to adhere to the fish. So all we're going to do is just kind of work it around. A lot of this is just going to run off of it, but let's just try to as best we can, push this down into the crosshatch that we cut into the fillet itself. And this will help to moisten it, give it flavor, and make it good, ultimately. Just gonna line our pan with these guys, and maybe we'll use some of the excess butter to put on top of them, not too sure, we'll see. I also steamed some carrots, so we'll just kind of mix these guys throughout as well. We'll take our lemon slices. Here we go, just like that. Well, this thing is coming together really nice. It might be a lot of butter, I'm not too sure. But again, the bulk of it is just going to go towards the bottom of the pan, and then we'll just pick our vegetables right out of it. But at least they're gonna be like well seasoned. Some kosher salt right here. Lightly go over this. And we are ready. I'm gonna cover it. I'm gonna place that inside the center rack, and we're gonna do a kitchen timer for 20 minutes. It shouldn't take any longer than that. Speckled trout is very delicate. And here we are, y'all. That's our spicy garlic butter speckled trout with steamed carrots and potatoes. Looks really good. I'm really enjoying these healthier dishes, especially whenever you can get the fish to cook perfectly every time, where it's nice and moist because of the steam. Yeah, that's pretty good. Nice and spicy flavor. Carrots are perfect. Oh my gosh, they're so sweet. Oh. Mm. I want to give that a chance to cool down. But one thing that I do want to know is how many of y'all already knew what it was that I had hooked into whenever the drag started peeling there at the last rock growing by Pleasure Pier? Man, oh man, because I saw that flash. To me, in my head, because it all happened like really quick, I thought it was honestly like a silvery flash, but hindsight being 2020, I was like, what that stingray did was his left wing came up and then took off so fast that I honestly thought that, I don't know, I thought I had a really massive pompano, just because the fight, whenever it's a redfish, normally they're gonna start doing some head shakes, and I wasn't feeling that. I didn't feel the head shakes from a speckled trout as well. I didn't think it was gonna be a Spanish mackerel, because there was no way that one of those fellows are gonna have that much strength, maybe a kingfish, but then for them to be that close inshore, I mean, honestly, I didn't know. I was like, this is big, whatever it is. And man, y'all don't know how bad I wanted it to be a pompano, possibly a kingfish. But I mean, knowing what I do know, I wasn't gonna hold my breath that it was actually gonna be a kingfish. But yeah, towards the end of the fight, I was like, this most likely has to be a stingray. And then, yeah, that's what it ended up being. A big old massive stingray. That fella took about 15 minutes to actually recover before it decided to swim off from the beach. But there was really nothing else that I could have done. I really played it out. And kudos to the setup again. I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but that just goes to show what the old 18 rods are capable of achieving, the Varivas braid. Whenever you purchase gear that is well worth the money, you have that assurance that it's not gonna fail you whenever it really matters, because I would have been heartbroken had I busted off. Like my fishing reel had that little 1000 series reel. The drag kind of faltered and the fish would have broke me off. Oh my gosh, that would have been the one that got away, and I never would have known what it was that it was. And I'm just grateful that I was able to see it. Even though it was a stingray, the fight got the adrenaline going. It was really fun. All right, before I finish enjoying the rest of my meal, I want to thank y'all for watching. I definitely could not do this without y'all's love and support, so thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, tight lines, everyone.